Hey everybody, welcome to the Carnival Horizon Ship Tour by Trips with Angie. I'm Angie. So let's get started in the atrium of this beautiful ship. This is the very popular Atrium bar. There's live music here each evening. This is also where the guest services desk is located. It's right over here to the left. You'll go there if you have any questions about your bill, any problems, anything you need to have corrected. Here are the elevators. The elevators are a little different on this ship. You're going to put in what floor you're going to, and then they'll assign you an elevator. It worked pretty well on our cruise. Here's your port adventures, aka shore excursions. You can book them via the computer right there or talk to a live person. If you have any questions, you can also pre-book. Here you can see the Reflections restaurant. They're getting set up for the Dr. Seuss breakfast. This is where your seated dining will take place. Your anytime dining is at the restaurant at the aft of deck 4. It has the bar that you can sit and wait for a table at and all of the great group tables. Here we are coming out of the restaurant, heading towards the front of the ship. There's the conference room. When we were on the cruise, a group used the conference room for Sunday worship service. One of the great services I offer, if you are traveling with a group, I can help you customize those type of special events just for your group. Here is the Limelight Lounge. This is where the evening comedy club takes place. We had some great comedians on our cruise. This is one of the unique things about Carnival is the amount of comedy they have available throughout the sailing. Heading down the hallway, you can see they've replaced the art auction with a photo gallery of Mr. Radu's photography from all of the Carnival cruise he's been on. I absolutely love this change. I love seeing his pictures and seeing places that I've been, and he captures it so much better than I'd be able to. The Skybox Sports Bar publishes a list of the sporting events they'll be showing during your trip. Now, any sporting event is based on satellite availability, but this place was rocking when we were there because of the NBA basketball final. So a great spot to go and hang out. And there's also a poker table. You'll find the casino here. It's a typical casino. It is smoking. They say they have some non-smoking area, but pretty much the whole casino smells a little smoky. The ventilation was better than other ships we've been on. As you can see, they have all kind of slot machines and table games. The casino bar is usually the bar that's open the latest on the ship. One change they made from the Vista is they have now glass enclosed the area around this LED sculpture so the upper decks don't get the smoke that would sort of waft up sometimes. And then here we are heading to deck 4, looking down on the atrium on deck 3. Lots of shops, your typical gift shops with your souvenirs from Carnival. Now these will be closed while you're in port, so don't expect to hop on board and buy a souvenir. And then here's the Liquid Lounge. We'll come in from deck 5 so you can see it a little bit better. They'll post the shows that are going to be happening throughout the week so you can kind of plan in advance. We absolutely loved the shows. Vintage Pop was my favorite. I thought it was so well done. I was smiling ear to ear throughout the entire thing. At night, Liquid Lounge can turn into a nightclub as they pull curtains closed around it, but on our cruise they use the Limelight Lounge more for the DJ spinning in the evening. The sightlines are pretty good. They're not as good as some other theaters I've been in. When you're on deck 5, it is difficult to get a clear sightline. I do recommend trying to get there early to get your seat on deck 4. Right now this is set up for a lecture. So here's some shots from the Vintage Pop show. As you can see, they come out into the audience. They replace those chairs with small tables so that you really get to feel like you're part of the show. Coming out of the theater, heading towards the back of the ship or the aft, you'll notice a lot of shops, high-end jewelry to get that duty-free shopping in. There are a lot of specials on board, so definitely take advantage of those if the jewelry is something that you're interested in. As you can see, we are now on deck 5 above the atrium. You can see how the LED sculpture in the center has been changing the different designs throughout the day. You'll find a lot of watches, jewelry, earrings, bracelets. They do have sidewalk sales throughout the cruise. So if you're looking to score that great deal, first I recommend looking up prices online before you leave so you know what the prices may be. And then here we are coming up on the candy shop. So this is where for an additional fee, you can buy all different kinds of candies and treats. The gumball machine was very popular. I think every time I walked by it, somebody was getting a gumball out, which I thought was kind of funny. There's also Hip Fish. So the Carnival Horizon really is trying to make a name for itself by bringing on some different brands than have traditionally been on cruise ships. Victoria's Secrets is one of those. I think this is the first Victoria's Secrets at sea. And my husband wanted to point out that you can make your own ice cream cookie sandwich. Now, heading back towards the back of the ship, here's the library bar. I love that they have added a bar to the library since the library didn't get a lot of action. It's a serve yourself. This is not included in the Cheers package. Here's the piano bar. This is another mainstay of Carnival, having the piano player. It opens into the steakhouse. So you can see as we come around, the steakhouse is right next door. Here's Bonsai Sushi. We had some sushi there. It was fantastic. The Horizon has also added teppanyaki tables. Alchemy Bar, which is a favorite of many, has unique cocktails. Don't ask for rum and coke there. They don't have the typical ingredients you would find at a bar. And here's the steakhouse. This is an a la carte restaurant, meaning you're going to pay an additional fee to eat here. It is not included. It's a really pretty space. They also held cooking demonstrations here during the cruise. So if you did want to try a little bit of the chef from the steakhouse cooking, you could come to one of the included cooking demonstrations. Now, as we head back, we see Pixels. They have really revised how they do photos on the Carnival Horizon. It's all digital now. You pull up a iPad and look through all of the photos that have been taken of you on the cruise and decide which ones you'd like to buy, whether you want to buy them digitally or printouts in a package. This is new to the Carnival Horizon and it's being released throughout the ship. And here is the beautiful Pig and Anchor and Brewery. They beer brew right on board here at the Pig and Anchor. If you're lucky, you'll even get to meet the brew master. I definitely recommend signing up for the brewery tour to try all of the beers on tap. It's the freshest beer you'll probably have because it comes straight from the holding tanks to the tap. We spent a lot of time here. On sea days, there is an included barbecue out back. I'll show you that in a minute. Or in the evenings, it does become an a la carte restaurant with its own menu where you can order different barbecue favorites. And I'll show you a picture of what my favorite thing was from Pig and Anchor. There was also a guitar player here in the evenings over on that stage. So it's a great spot to hang out. Really interesting bourbon cocktails in addition to the freshly brewed. One change you'll notice on the Horizon is there's a lot more revolving doors versus automatic doors to the outside. It works great and keeps the air conditioning a lot more consistent and ends those weird gusts that used to flow through the areas. So there's a lot of outdoor seating for eating. I love that they have brought the view to the eating and bar areas. And then here's where on sea days you'll go to get your barbecue at lunch. So you build your own barbecue plate. And here's a pic of Carnival's brewmaster Colin in action. They do really brew beer on board. And my favorite item that I had, the dragon fries with. Okay, here's a really important area to pay attention to. Right next to Pig and Anchor on deck 5 is where you go to sign up for any time dining. You do not go to the restaurant. You sign up here at that desk. And then here's the coffee shop with all your specialty coffees. A big hit with those of us on the cheer package getting all those unlimited specialty coffees. They have boozy milkshakes and little snacks throughout the day. Here's Ocean Plaza. This is going to be where your trivia takes place. There's also a lot of games that are here, as well as the band being available at night. And a sneak peek in the morning, they have a small buffet breakfast here. So if you don't feel like going all the way up to Lido, you have a pretty good assortment right here of great breakfast foods, so you don't have to. Now let's give you a peek at the outdoor area on this side. Bring your breakfast out here and avoid the crowds. Now, this is also a great area if Lido is getting too busy and you're just looking for a spot to read your book. Head down here to deck 5. They have lounge chairs, comfortable chairs, really whatever you need to have that quiet moment. Now heading to the after the ship is the Havana area. The Havana area is a special area for people who have Havana suites. Now this area, the Havana bar, is open to anybody. You can see they have lots of cool places to sit and play games. They also have a stage where they have Latin music at night, and it was hopping every night. It was so fun to watch everybody dance. If you stay in a Havana suite, then you also have access to the pool area during the day. At 7 p.m. the pool area opens, but before then it's wristband access only for people staying in one of the Havana suites. The Havana rooms are available in all categories, from interior all the way up to suites, and different price points. I found it a great advantage to have access to this pool area, especially when things were really busy. So you have a pool with an infinity edge, so you feel like you're right looking at the ocean, 2 whirlpools, and then an outdoor bar, as well as lots of comfortable seating. It was easy to find a seat, a place to either have the shade or the sun. So definitely worth it if you're taking a longer cruise with a few sea days. And here we'll keep going over to the left here and check out some of the different types of seating available. So you have just regular chairs, chaise loungers, you have special towels that designate that you're in the Havana, and they have lots of these day beds, these orange day beds here on the right for 2 of you or 1 of you to just relax and read. I'll show you my Havana suite. All right, now that we made our way in, here is the Havana Premium balcony. So remember, you're going to need a card to turn on the electricity. And you come in and you're on the corner. So it has kind of a rounded shape, as you can see here. So you have a chair that you can pull up to the little desk and vanity. And then a large bed. This is 2 beds pushed together. 2 sitting chairs. Then over here is your room service menu. So in case you're curious, here we go. Let's see what's there. We have something light. So daytime dining from 6 a.m. to 10. You have different types of sandwiches. Also have a paid menu. So this is the free menu. So you can see it's mostly cold food. And then this is the hot menu, which has an extra charge of about $5, $2 for fries. You can also buy drinks to come to the room. These are the drinks that are included. These are the drinks that cost extra. And then they have a late night dining menu that all has a charge. So everything between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. has a charge, even what's free during the day. You'll also get your fun times that'll show you what's on board. For those of you keeping track of the plugs, there's 2 USBs, 2 US, and a European. We actually picked up this little handy dandy gadget on Amazon to give us 2 more plugs for all of those devices. You do get an ice bucket, but you have to call to request ice. There's also a mini fridge. It's empty, so you can fill it up with all your drinks, or if you want to buy sodas and bring them back to the room. There's a hair dryer. And then the bathroom's pretty standard for what you may see on other cruise ships. It's a little bit bigger than ones we've had before. And you also have upgraded amenities here. So you have body lotion, body gel, conditioning shampoo, and special soap. Lots of storage here for all of your bathroom needs. But really, the reason people get this is the balcony, and we're going to show you that. Look, it welcomes us. That's our name. How fun. And then here's the closet space. Now, there aren't a lot of drawers here, so this is really going to be your space. So half for long, half for short. Additional space there. I do like that they've split that up because a lot of people don't bring long dresses. And then shelves and drawers. All right, but let's check out this balcony. All right, so here to the left, we have a chaise lounge, a chair with a footstool, and now you can see it overlooks the Havana area. So this is the special area we have access to for being in the Havana, and actually they give you a wristband you wear to show it. You can see there's a big hot tub, a smaller hot tub, lots of chairs. This is exclusive to people in Havana cabins during the day. And then over here, see the captain. Another stool, another set of 2 chairs, and another stool. But I mean, it's just massive. This balcony, it's amazing. And then here's New York, since we're sailing out of New York. So again, walking from one end of the balcony to the other. If you have any questions or if you're ready to book this cabin for yourself, Angie at tripswithangie.com. So let's head upstairs. Here we are, deck 11 aft. This is one of my secret spots when the chairs fill up in the center of the Lido deck. I love the views from up here. So a lot of times you don't get to see the ocean when you're sitting in a lounge chair around the pool. So this is a great spot to go. Also up here on deck 11 are the specialty restaurants, Gigi's Asian Kitchen and Cucina del Capitano. You can see entering here through the same elevator bank. These are specialty restaurants. For dinner, you can make a reservation. It is an extra charge. Or on select days, lunch will be included. So here at Gigi's Asian Kitchen, it's Mongolian wok, which you may be familiar with for some other Carnival ships. You pick your vegetables, your protein, if you want rice, and they make it to order for you. And then across the hall at Cucina del Capitano, for the included lunch, you get a little sheet where you select what kind of pasta you want, what kind of sauce you want, if you want a protein. Sometimes they have lasagna, salads. So it's a great way to try these restaurants without having to pay the upcharge to come for dinner. So just keep a lookout in the daily program for when it's going to be open. Now, if you're trying to find them, they can be a little hard to find. So what you're going to want to do is look for this stairwell in the middle of the Lido marketplace. So here we are. We've come down this stairwell. We're in the middle of the Lido marketplace. This is the buffet. So towards the back, they have a really big buffet that has different stations. It'll have all kinds of food depending on the meal. So here they are setting up for breakfast. And this is all the way in the back. So you can see for breakfast, they have all kinds of toast and pastries, hot items, your eggs, your hash browns, all kinds of fun stuff. They'll also have made to order omelets, an oatmeal bar. They also have self-serve beer here in the buffet. So if you don't want to wait in line at the bar, you just can't wait to get that first beer, you can serve yourself. Be sure to grab your silverware along the way. That's the one thing I always forget. And here's the make your own omelet station. Well, the chef makes it for you. It's not really make your own. And the cereals. I know a lot of people always ask, what cereal do they have on board? So here you go. There's all the boxes. Now, here's a secret tip. This is a second buffet. So as you walk towards the front of the ship, you encounter this second smaller buffet. So if you're coming into the buffet from the pool, first you'll have this smaller buffet and then you'll have the big buffet. So here we are headed out to the resort pool area. This is the main pool. This is where the big screen is. So when you watch movies under the stars, it's also where Guy's Burgers is. This is one of my favorite meals on Carnival. I always try to get one. Note on the horizon, there's 2 lines. There's 2 lines. So if one side looks really long, make sure you check the other side. You can get it made to order. And then they have this toppings bar over here where you can add all kinds of toppings to your burger. So you definitely want to check this out if you're a burger fan. And here's the pool and the pool showers. Also, the bathrooms are there on the left. You can get a peek at the slides here on the horizon. The pools are small, so that's something for people who are new to cruising. The pools are much smaller than you would ever find at a hotel, so they can get very crowded. Here on the other side is Blue Iguana. This is my favorite breakfast spot. They have huevos rancheros at breakfast that are absolutely delicious, or you can get a breakfast burrito. Also, it's open for lunch and dinner where you can get burritos as well. It tends to be a little less crowded than the buffet. So if you're super hungry, coming back from an excursion, instead of heading all the way into the Lido buffet, definitely check the line at Guy's Burgers or at the Blue Iguana Cantina. Then it has a salsa bar. My favorite is the watermelon and jicama salsa. It's absolutely delicious. You can get all kinds of salsas from mild to super hot. Then on this side of the Lido pool deck is where you're going to find the two bars. So on this side is going to be the Blue Iguana tequila bar. And that is going to have a different menu than the other pool bars. So you can have different kinds of drinks, different tequilas available. So you definitely want to try those if you're a tequila fan, especially if you have the Cheers package. The Cheers package is the drinks package you can buy. It's less expensive if you pre-buy it before you board. And you get up to 15 alcoholic drinks a day, specialty coffees, bottled water. Definitely a steal if you're going to be imbibing, because those 15 alcoholic drinks can be up to $50. Not that there's a lot that are priced that high. And this is the Red Frog rum bar. So just like the Blue Iguana tequila bar, this has other options than you would find at other bars. And then my favorite thing on Carnival is the rocking deck parties that take place out here. So I can't include the music, but you know that there's going to be a line dance if you are on a Carnival cruise ship and there is a deck party. So be sure to get your line dancing shoes on and be ready to have a great time. Another area you want to be sure to check out if you're over the age of 18 is the Serenity area on deck 15. This is 18 and over. It has special, more luxurious chaise loungers. It tends to be quieter. There's not going to be a DJ playing music. It has 2 whirlpools. No proper pool, but 2 whirlpools, showers if you need to cool off, bathrooms. And then here on this counter that we just passed, there have a special healthy wellness lunch on sea days. So if you're looking for something a little bit lighter, this is definitely the place to go. And it's nice that they have that here, plus a bar. Not all the Carnival ships have a bar and food in the Serenity area. So you, again, avoid the crowds, have a little bit of space to yourself. Now, these clamshells do go quickly. This is very early in the morning. I'm taping this, and some of them are already taken with towels. So you may have to head upstairs to deck 15 a little bit earlier than you might like on vacation if you want one of these, but it's definitely worth it to have a great place to spend your day. And here, just to give you an idea of the different cocktails that are available, again, this is a different menu than you see at some of the other bars. So that's a fun thing about Carnival. It's not every bar is going to have the exact same menu. So definitely want to take advantage of that. I also like how they've added more umbrellas to this ship so that you can find shade a little bit easier up here on the Serenity deck. It is at the front of the ship, so it's going to be very windy. So that's something to keep in mind. Definitely want to make sure your hats are on securely. I lost my hat during the filming of this. So if it's a really windy day, definitely hang on to those hats. Be careful with those magazines. Or just, put everything in a bag and hop in this whirlpool and enjoy the great view. Here we are entering the spa. The spa services are an additional fee, but you can access the fitness center and the locker rooms included. The Horizon has a Cloud9 spa with all different kinds of massages, facials. You can do it as a couple. You can do it on your own. So it's a great way to relax. And then here's the fitness center. It's huge, which is exciting because the Horizon's a pretty big ship. And I was surprised how many people were here at 7 o'clock in the morning. But it has all of the equipment, basic equipment you would need: treadmills, ellipticals, weights, both machine weights and free weights. So if you want to keep in shape while you're sailing the seas, this is definitely the way to do it. I often joke that the fitness center has some of the best views, so it may be worth heading up there just to hang out and enjoy the great ocean view. You can pretend like you're stretching. They also have classes available for an additional fee. Usually there's a couple free classes during the day, maybe a stretch, maybe a Zumba. But if you want to do something like spin class, you want to sign up and pay the extra fee. Heading out from the spa, here is the Dr. Seuss Splash Zone. This video does not include the kids club areas. Carnival has a great kids program with activities from 4 to teenagers. The 4 to 12-year-olds have supervised programming, and then the 12 to 18-year-olds just have organized activities with minimal staff. But There's this huge splash zone that's available to everybody. There's 2 slides, so lots of fun. I know a lot of families that just grab one of these chairs on the side, pop that umbrella up, and the parents read while the kids enjoy running around, getting wet, enjoying a fun time with their new friends. One of the slides does require those inner tubes, so you will take those and climb all the way up to the top before you scream all the way back down to the bottom, if you're me in that case. The Carnival Horizon also has the Sky Ride and Sky Course. Sky Ride is a bicycle you ride along the outer edge of the ship, and Sky Course is a ropes climbing course. You're going to want to be wearing shorts and shoes that tie, or closed-toed shoes, to enjoy both of those. The Sky Course, you can see here, you kind of climb on these tight ropes and swing around the top of the ship. Now, whether or not it's open depends on the wind, so it may not be open all the time. The Sky Ride has also been having a little bit of trouble on the horizon, so don't get your hopes up too high. It also has trouble opening depending on what the wind's going to be. But don't worry, down here below, there's a lot of fun with the mini golf course. You can hang out, play games. There's Twister, and then there's this really cool clubhouse with indoor ping pong. I'm so excited about indoor ping pong because the wind is such a problem when you're playing ping pong on a cruise ship. It also has this cool like foot pool where basically the pool balls are like little soccer balls, and instead of having a pool cue, you kick them into the corners. I'd never seen this before, but it was very fun. There's also outdoor workout equipment, so if you don't want to give up that terrific view, you can work out outside, and the great basketball court that is used for a lot of different games throughout the cruise. If you have a question or you want to book your next cruise with me, here you go.